Well, hello everyone. Uh, Welcome to the live stream. It's Monday night, so I thought I didn't have a guest this week, so I thought I'd just come on here and hang out with everyone. Invite anyone on who wants to come on and live stream with me. I see Robert's here. He's first in the chat. How my video is working tonight. I've got just trying to work out some, not issues, but trying to improve the video on my live streams. So I changed the setting of my camera, but I think it's lagging on my capture card. So just bear with me. Hopefully the audio is working good tonight, but just trying to clean up the video portion of things a bit. So yeah, if you're here live, that's great. If you're watching the replay, this is just going to be a hangout for a little bit, and invite anyone on who wants to come in and try out the live streaming. Yeah, it's the lag on my video. I tried setting up the output on my camera to a 4K output to see if I could clean up the screen a little bit. I think the image is a bit better, but you're right, it is lagging. I'm not sure how quickly I could change this back. I guess there's not really many people here right now, so let me see if I can get in here and yeah, this is StreamYard, Robert. So that's better as far as the lag goes, I think. And it's not cropped as much as the 4K. I know StreamYard obviously is just it's just 720, but I've seen a lot of people using StreamYard that come on and have a lot cleaner video than I do, even at 720. Like my video is seems really grainy compared to what I have on my display screen on the camera. So it just leads me to believe that it's my cheap capture card that's causing that. So I may have to I've got a new PC now, so I'm either going to look at getting a decent built-in PCI capture card, or get a better, USB capture card. So who else we got? We got Scott here. Thanks for joining, Scott. Thanks for helping me test this out last night, make sure it was working. It's always kind of nerve-wracking when you get some new equipment, but the USB stuff's pretty good for plug and play. We got Ash here. Hopefully you're feeling better today, Ash. It's never good to be down and out like that. Yeah, no worries, Robert. It's been a busy day, actually. Only just over an hour ago I got home. Wound up having to drive like almost 500 kilometers today for work. So it's I had to get home and stuff down some dinner and get this ready to go tonight. Yeah, well, yeah, it's that doesn't help for your YouTube commitments, I guess, not being able to speak. But I'm sure hopefully it clears up quickly. I'm just gonna, for anyone that does want to join, we'll just put this link in the comments here. I just saw that Sammy's going live at 9 o'clock too, so it's going to be a busy night for live streams. But, oh well, I guess tonight was mainly, again, I got a new PC and I moved everything around. I'm no longer looking out from a corner. I'm looking in, I'm looking out from a corner now instead of looking into the corner. And I got a new PC to run all my my software on and keep it set up all the time, and a new desk, and it's still all the same gear more or less, but I wanted to try and get it up and running for next Monday. Next Monday, I have another guest coming on and he's from Instagram, so it'll be should be an interesting conversation. I know Ash knows about him. He's got quite the story to tell as far as weight loss goes. Let's put it this way: he's lost more weight than is sort of imaginable, and then put it all back on, and then lost it all again. So it's quite the story. So I'm looking forward to that. What PC did I get? I just picked up it's actually a refurbished HP computer with a decent processor and some good memory and good storage. It's just a Windows 10 PC with a 8th Gen i5 processor in it. So I'm hoping that I can run Resolve on it. I'm going to give it a try. I've installed it. I hope that I can run it without it crashing. It's funny. I was talking to Scott last night about the video, the editing software I use now called VideoPad. I've got it on my laptop, and that's where it's registered to. So I tried to install it on this new PC last night, and apparently, even though I paid for sort of a one-time fee for a license for this software, it wound up I can't to get the newest version of it, which is all you can download from the website. I have to pay more so I can install the newest version, which I'm not going to pay more for software when I can just get to know Resolve and just use it. I even tried to take the install file off my laptop and install it on the desktop, because it's when I try and put the license key in, it's telling me that my license key is only good for a certain version, and it won't work with the new version. So I tried to move the install file from my laptop down to this computer, and it must be, when you try and run it, it must be reaching out to the website and pulling install files for the latest version, because it's no matter what I do, it's trying to install the newest version. It's like I say, I'm not going to pay, I have to pay almost 50% of what I've already paid just to install the newest version of it. So I guess I'm going to, I can still use the editing software on my laptop, and then get the once I can maybe get used to Resolve, then I'll just use that down here. So the joys of trying to get everything running, I guess. But yeah, so far this computer is a lot better than my laptop. But like I said, I need to either get a better quality HDMI capture card, like one that plugs in through USB, or now that I have a desktop that's going to be dedicated to this, I might just purchase a card that goes in the computer itself, so that it there's no USB slowdown on it at all. So it looks like Samantha's having some issues with her live stream. Now, hopefully she can get it going. She may have a lot of people trying to join. Yeah, it's this is the sort of angle I was looking for eventually in my space. It's not definitely not a big room that I'm in, but at least now I've got some wall space behind me, and I'm probably going to get some art or some shelving or something to put behind me as well. And ultimately it is blue, so with the right lighting, I might be able to try my hand at using some green screen type stuff. Not that I really ever need to do that, but it might be fun. I use a cheap capture card. Yeah, I don't know. I guess mine's always looked like this, so I don't know if, like I say, but if I had Scott, he's in the chat here. He was on here last night, and we were testing it out, and I'm not sure what Scott's using for video, but the quality of his video compared to mine was, I thought, a lot better. It's a lot crisper. It wasn't as grainy. So, I'm not complaining about it looking bad or anything. I think it just could look better. Yeah, the color is working out good on this blue wall. Again, it's the same little cheap LED panel that I've been using for quite a while. Thanks for joining, Sean. It's good to see you. I wonder if you use these camera settings with light, lower brightness, if it would work better. Yeah, I don't know. It may. I've got some softbox lights now that I want to try and maybe see if that helps. Clean it up a little bit, because I've got my overhead lights on in the room, and then I've got a ring light which is turned down a fair bit. Like I can sort of turn down my exposure on the camera a little bit, but like I say, it doesn't really clean it up quite as well. Okay, so Scott's using a 720p camera on his lap. See, and I thought his picture looked really good last night, but oh well, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. Pretty much felt fine, just dry cough, no voice is coming on. Well, that's good. That's losing your voice is a real pain in the ass, that's for sure. I had to adjust my lights way down with one camera to the next. Yeah, I guess I'm not. That's the other thing, is I'm not really all that good with cameras yet. So it's kind of trial and error, I guess. But we'll get there. At least my audio seems to work. Hey Wade, it's good to see you. We're just hanging out, chatting. I'm just talking about the new equipment that I've set up and my new location in the room. It could be a setting in your capture card. It could be. The problem is that there's really no settings in it. Like, it's just a plug and play USB stick that's got an HDMI port on it. You plug it in and the computer just finds it. So unless I search out some software for it or whatever, it could very well be that I could adjust the settings in it. But I looked at that last night, and there's really no settings to change, or there isn't any settings at all. So I used PBL softbox a few years ago for close proximity watch. It wasn't my gear. I used it, worked well and great. Yeah. Like I say, when I ordered my desk, I pulled the trigger on a couple of just the regular Mount Dog softbox lights on tripods, because I never really had decent lighting. I've always just used my ring light, which it's a tiny ring light too. It'll throw light all right, but it gets pretty harsh. So I haven't set up those lights yet. They're still in a box on the floor behind me. So maybe by next week I'll have that sorted out. We can try it the next live stream. It's fine for live streams. Yeah, I agree. And that's the other thing I want to try, is try recording directly into my editing software through the capture card and see what kind of results I get that way. See if it cleans it up a bit. And then I'll know if it's the same. If it looks the same, then I think it will probably say that it's the capture card, but that's fine. We'll get there. So yeah, like I say, if anyone hears that link again, if anyone's feels adventurous, they can join in. If not, I hope Samantha's live stream got up and rolling. It was I had completely forgot that she was doing her birthday live stream tonight until 8 o'clock tonight when I got a notification about her live stream. So it is what it is, though. I did StreamYard for a minute yesterday at 70. Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm not unhappy with it. I just, I'm just at the point now where I just want to get things as good as I can going forward. Because when I first set up the computer yesterday and I was first testing it last night, by default, StreamYard set my camera to, I don't know, what is it, 4 something? Yeah, it set it to 480 instead of 720. So yeah, it definitely didn't look very good for a while. I want StreamYard ease of use in Ecamm. Yeah, Ecamm seems like a pretty useful software, though. It looks like you can do a lot of overlays right in the system itself, where like you can do certain things in StreamYard, but I think a lot of the nice things you still can't do. I did notice that when I installed it, or when I set it up, the StreamYard has hotkeys now, so you can turn your mic on and off with hotkeys. I think it's just Control D, or you can actually set up your own hotkeys to do different things with it. So that's a nice feature, because that's one thing you've never been able to do, is just toggle things on and off. So yeah. So whenever you want, if we're still going, when you're done, you can join with whatever device you want. Your way around live streaming, so I don't think I need to explain any of that to you. So it has pros and cons. Yeah, I think every software probably does. Like it's a trade-off, though, like between with StreamYard being so user friendly, and being able to use it as a free streaming software, if you don't care about having the StreamYard logo and on the screen, or being able to use like custom banners and stuff like that, then it's definitely, I found, one of the easiest softwares to get to know, or the tools to get to know. I'm still under a paid subscription for this year, so hopefully I can take advantage of it. I'll have to see when the subscription comes up whether or not I'll really want to go back on the paid version. I probably will, but because when I first purchased it, the reason I bought the actual subscription was because I wanted to be able to download or just do interviews on StreamYard and then download them as audio and video files so I can post them to YouTube. So that's one of the features that I liked, but I'm not really doing that anymore. So at this point, it's a matter of, is it worth having like the custom timers and being able to scroll banners and like I like all the nice to do stuff. Like I don't know if you can do your tickers with the free version or whatever, but it's fun. I haven't really even dug into it that much. I put a background on it when I first set it up, and I've left that the same ever since. So I can't put a timer on screen with StreamYard. Yeah, that's the custom branding with the timers, or like at least the countdown timers when you're starting in a video. The one that comes with it's kind of, it is what it is. It's kind of lame though. I need a ticket on the screen for 3 hours. Is that a ticker or a timer? Oh, a ticker. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm not sure if the banners with StreamYard as a ticker, as far as I know, it would just keep doing that as long as you didn't click on a different banner or turn it off. So it's I haven't seen anything that says it'll time out after a while. Oh, timer. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that I don't know. It's again, that's one of the things I haven't really dug into with StreamYard, is doing overlays and stuff like that. So I don't know if that needs to be done with something else along with StreamYard. And yeah, you can do it with OBS, and that's what I was sort of where I was going with that. I've never even looked into OBS, so I don't really know what's all involved in using that. But it definitely sounds more involved than just using basic tools like StreamYard. But I think at the end of the day, it all depends on what you're trying to accomplish with it. I want to focus on doing interviews with other with other creators, mostly from Instagram. So if I have people on screen that I'm interviewing as part of the content, then I'm not really all that interested, or I don't really need anything fancy on the screen. I'd rather just have it nice and clean with the two screens or three or whatever, just so I can talk with the guest, whoever's here. Then I don't know. Again, with the paid version of StreamYard, I think you can have up to 10 people on screen at once, which, I don't know. I think that would get awfully congested, and you'd have a heck of a time trying to keep that in order. But it might be an interesting tool to just record it, and then with all those people on there, and then you can just edit out some of the craziness and then upload it as a video. I'm not working with anyone. Got burned pretty bad on the. I didn't. That sucks. It's so far I've been pretty lucky with the people I've done streams with, or done interviews with. It's most of them I've gotten to know from Instagram though, so it's kind of, they're not sort of unknown people by any means. So. Oh, okay. It was a technical issue. Yeah, no, okay. I thought I caught part of that stream on Sean's channel there. Was it? I saw that, what was it? Robert's audio wasn't working for some reason. It's one of those technical gremlins that comes up once in a while for some unknown reason. But did you guys get it? I don't know if you guys ever got it sorted out or figured out what the problem was. It was an issue on your end. Well, that's kind of odd. So something on your end was blocking Robert's audio. It just seems a little. I didn't know there was anything that in StreamYard that could do that, but no, anything's possible, I guess. I will just be doing a solo study stream from now on. Set the meditation hour there, Robert, with your nice soothing music. I hung out and just let it play in the background while I was working on my computer last night. So let's turn off this banner now. I think everyone's got the hint. My Chromebook had issues beyond my control at the time. Yeah, it happens, right? Not much you can do about it. It's I haven't used Chromebook too much. We bought one for a customer at work, and I set it up at work, and I don't know. I just found Chromebooks to be kind of buggy, or at least with the apps I was trying to run on it. It's a study stream. People can study while they watch. Yep. Okay, well, it looks like Wade has made it on. Can you hear me there, Wade? I'll bring him in here. There we are.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Where do you think I am right now?
Where are you? Well, you're outside somewhere
Yeah.
under a gazebo or something.
A Wayside.
Oh, well, there you go.
This is why I'm WaysideWade. How are things going?
Good. Yeah, it's yeah, no, it's fun. This is the first sort of come stream with me live stream I've done, so
I apologize for my mismatched outfit here. I just threw this shirt on over the other one. I was getting all these looks at the department store, and my hair was all over the place, so I just kind of rolled with it.
Cool. So you're just on your phone, are you?
Yep. I'm on. Go ahead.
Is that where you do most of your streams from? Like through your phone?
I started off on the laptop when I first subscribed to StreamYard, but that was back when I was doing the live meet and greets. So it didn't quite work well. I was getting a lot of buffering on the videos.
Right.
So I ended up requesting a refund, and StreamYard was really cool about that. They gave me a full refund, even though like the grace period was up. So then I just went back to the free version, 20 hours per 30, and use the phone now.
Right on. Cool. Yeah, that's one thing I've never done is tried using my phone.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues.
My phone. Yeah. No, I've seen a lot of people use their phones for live streaming through StreamYard, and like some of the interviews I've done, people use like their iPads or their tablets or whatever. It always seems to work pretty good through those devices.
Let me know if you hear too much road noise. I'm right next to the interstate, so if you do, I can go inside the vehicle or go somewhere more secluded.
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm not picking up any noise at all.
All right, great.
So Robert's asking what phone you're using.
Yeah, I'm using the Motorola G, or Motorola One 5G.
Okay.
So that's the first 5G phone I've ever gotten. I'm on Cricket though. It's like the discount version of the AT&T towers. Right. And I think it's just a ploy. They say, yeah, you're on 5G, but it's the same speed. It's actually slower than I remember it being. I got the speed test, and no need to get into all that right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Ash. Nice to see you too. Always.
She's still here. And Robert's saying we watch him live all the time. Yeah. Yeah, no, it does look good for being sort of mobile. I don't know. I've got fairly decent connection on my phone. So maybe one of these days I'll try and do a live stream from somewhere remote through my phone, see how it works.
Like I was saying, I haven't had any issues at all. I just go to StreamYard right through Google Chrome on the phone, and everything works well. And I'm only getting 1.5 megabytes per second, so it works.
Okay. Yeah. Huh. And then you're just using like a gaming headset kind of thing.
Yep, the Logitech G4332 or 432. I don't know. I was telling Spoke that I'm at to go for an endorsement with Logitech. I'll just start wearing this on all my videos, inside, outside, whatever.
Sure. Robert's saying that his 5G sucks.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of 5G here yet. Like they've definitely worked on the infrastructure. Yeah. I guess there is 5G phones now, but I'm still just on a Pixel 3, so but I don't really have any plans on going 5G for a while.
Yep, that was I was using the Pixel 2 all the time before I got this one, and the camera's great on there. It really wears down the battery quick, runs the battery down, but it's a great camera. Yeah.
Sean's saying you're looking crystal clear tonight. Yeah, it does. For that camera is definitely decent camera, especially while you outside in the dark. It's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he might be making a reference towards Crystal Geyser too. I just got 4 gallons at the store since I was mentioning earlier, and I can go grab one for you, Sean.
Oh, what's Robert saying here? The Logitech 930-435 4B7 at ER29.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to throw a niner in there. That's what I think. He's got 2 niners.
Oh, that's funny. Sean saying nice. I guess that's an inside thing between you guys, or?
He used the bottle of Crystal Geyser as my shout out in one of the cooking videos he did.
Oh yeah.
Because he knows that I like Crystal Geyser a lot. So somewhat of an inside joke, but it's been disseminated. It's been out there, floating around.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, it's I guess I never really put together your name with sort of what your channel was about at first there.
Yeah.
Because Wayside to us doesn't really.
Yeah.
So I guess the meaning up here doesn't really match what it does down where you are, maybe. Like we just call them rest stops kind of thing, but it's an interesting world out there.
Yeah, I was going to say not all the states use the word Wayside either. In Wisconsin, where I'm based, my home state there, that we use Wayside. So that's how it started. I actually started at Waysides doing Wayside reviews. And, I just had to expand the content from there because people don't get that excited about Wayside bathrooms and toilets like me,
Yeah. No, I hear you. It's there's only so many you can show, I guess, or there's so much, but yeah, I guess, and that was, I had the same thing when I started my channel, is, and I'm still sort of in the same type of content. I'm just doing different parts of it, so they don't, so hopefully don't run out of things to talk about.
Yeah. How are things going with the keto? You got some more ideas on videos?
Oh yeah. I've got a few products waiting to go. I was going to do some recording last week. I even took a day off work in the middle of the week to do some recording, and I wound up sick for 5 days. So that didn't happen. And then, so I've got some products I'm going to do some videos of in the next week or so. And then, I'm getting more people lined up for interviews, from Instagram.
Okay.
The guest I have next week, his name's Mike Gorman. He's one of the bigger, well, not the bigger IG influencers, but he's pretty popular. He actually had an Instagram account that was at like 12,000 followers. And Instagram just one day decided, oh, you're gone. They said, oh, it got deleted by accident or whatever. So
accident.
So so he's built it back up to almost 10,000 again. So, but he's one of those guys. He's a podcaster. He's got his own podcast, like a pretty successful one, and he's a health coach as well. But his story, basically, in a nutshell, is he lost over 300 pounds.
Wow.
Well, but then he put it all back on, plus more.
Yeah.
And then he lost it all again.
Wow, that's got to be hard on your organs, though, and stuff. I think. Wow.
Yeah, and but he's been able to. When the second time he did it, he was using keto, low carb sort of thing. So he was able to change his lifestyle in a way that he was able to keep it off. So I'm definitely looking forward to having a conversation with him. I've never actually talked to him, except for on Instagram. So hopefully
Instagram's one that I tried when I was running a different channel, and I just couldn't really get anything going there, so I gave it up. I'm still on the Book of Faces, I like to call it. You know,
Mhm.
you get used to commenting on the platform here, and you got to use code. So I just call it the Book of Faces.
Yeah. 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 I don't spend a ton of time there anymore. That's Instagram like it's where I started. So I've got a
Yeah.
good following there.
Okay.
I wish I could build that into the same kind of following here, but it
Yeah.
definitely doesn't happen as fast here. So
Yeah, I can tell you, you know, from my experience now that we can do community posts with 500 subscribers, I don't even want to go on Facebook at all. You know, it's
sure.
like
Yeah.
I don't see, you know, I don't really see my. I'd rather just talk with the people who are on the same platform as me, you know, with the same
Hmm.
goals. And
Sure.
it's, you know, YouTube is slowly replacing the Book of Faces for me completely.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. I I post some of my videos in like a private keto group
Yeah.
because I just have like I have permission to do it. So just to try and get some traction on them. But other than that, I have my own personal Facebook that I have friends on, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So what do we got going on over here? It says Robert's asking what your favorite food is.
Pizza.
Pizza.
I'm like the opposite of keto, man. I am all
Yeah.
breads and liquid breads, and you know where I'm going here.
Yeah. Yeah. Pizza and beer.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that was me
cheese.
too for a lot of years. And that's sort of what ruined my stomach and everything else and made it so I had to
Yeah,
go with this. Like if I could live without feeling like complete trash all the time by eating pizza, I'd
yeah.
do it. So yeah.
And I can still be kind of sensitive depending on the ingredients, you know, and where it's made. If it's
Hmm.
garbage, yeah, I'm gonna feel like garbage too. But if it's actually well made, then it doesn't really affect me. And I grew up on pizza, so that's what my body's known most of my life. You know,
Yeah.
pizza and burgers
Yeah.
e- every night. Honestly, growing up on the farm, you know, we'd have to take turns making food. I got two older brothers, and mom would be at work, and I'd call her. I'm like, "What should we make for supper, mom?" She's like, "Bake hamburgers every night.
Yeah.
Hamburgers."
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I personally, I could eat hamburgers every night. I don't eat hamburger buns, but I can eat ground beef hamburgers. I could do that every night personally. But
You know,
I also cook for my wife too, so I always want to try and keep things a little interesting. So
yeah. Well, you got to spice up the food a little bit, or what are you saying there, Jason?
no, I just she's not keto at all. So it's
Yeah,
it's and so there's a lot of different things we eat, but typically what happens is we just make some kind of protein, and then if she wants something like potato or rice or whatever with it, then she has it and I don't. So
yep.
it's pretty simple.
I have a
So,
question for you, Jason.
yep.
Have you ever heard of hominy?
Hominy.
Yep.
It sounds familiar.
It's basically corn that's been soaked in lye, so it takes the shell off, and then the
Hmm.
corn like gets more grainy and inflated. So when we were growing up, the protein was hamburgers and pick one of the canned vegetables out of the pantry. And sometimes
Okay.
that was hominy, sometimes it was creamed corn, green beans, or German potato salad. That was my childhood wrapped
Yeah.
up right there for
Yeah.
meals.
Yeah. Yeah. And well, that's the thing too, though. Like if you're whole foods are fine too. Like it's like I chose keto because that's what works for me for a lifestyle, but I think it's half the problem nowadays is all the processed crap that everybody thinks is real food. And what was it? I saw something posted tonight. The news media was going on about food shortages in the states right now, and one of the examples they gave was that you can't get gummy worms right now.
Oh, Lord
I'm
forbid.
like, I'm like, okay, well, first of all, that's not food, you know,
Yeah.
so don't don't compare that. Don't call that a food shortage. That just means that there's, so that's the problem nowadays, is that as soon as you start eating whole, real food, regardless of what diet you're on, it's all like people automatically call that a diet.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're eating, Kraft dinner and waffles all the time, then that's supposed to be normal. So,
I am ready. I'm ready for that question too. I see it.
What states Wayside has the best vending machines?
Well, of course, I have to say Wisconsin right off the bat, because I found a vending machine that has cheese curds in the vending machine. So
Wow.
I actually did a short on that. I was hoping that Charlie Barron's would pick it up, or at least do a video as well. You know Charlie Barron's?
I don't.
He's from the Manitowoc Minute. That's more of a Wisconsin thing. How about You Betcha? Have you heard of You Betcha? With Miles? Okay, so Miles and Charlie Barron's are pretty tight, and I think they've worked together quite a bit. So you know the store.
Okay,
Have you ever heard of the store Fleet Farm?
Yep.
Okay, so Fleet Farm actually has displays, like they're doing a competition between Miles from You Betcha and Charlie Barron's from his channel.
Okay, so I think I know who you're talking about now. I think I've seen him on like short videos on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, and he actually does stand-up comedy. He's very talented. He's a Wisconsin native, and he's doing all things Midwest. They both are really, but I mean, they're both making great content. I think they're around 450 to 500,000 subscribers each. So every once in a while, I got to show up and make a comment and say the race is on to 500K.
Sure.
But it
didn't
do well.
I don't know what his name is, but Dude Dad came out of that sort of pack too, didn't he? With
Dude Dad. Dude Dad.
Yeah, he's pretty funny too, that guy.
Yeah, they're all talented.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the vending machines. So obviously Wisconsin, like I said, I've heard New York, state of New York, they got some great ones. Some of them have different items, variety items in there. And I heard that the one in New York has cheese curds as well. So there might be some competition going on there over on the East Coast. Otherwise, most of them are pretty slim. Your usual sugary garbage food, chips, candy bars, and sodas and water maybe. But sometimes they'll have some toiletries, if you know what I mean. And it depends on the state. And some Wayside's rest areas are way better than others. I can tell you that much. Don't ever go to Idaho if you're looking for a rest area. What I saw there was basically outhouses, and I swear it was just a structure in a hole of ground. They didn't even have running water. It was insulting.
Wow. Yeah. I think some of the best ones I've seen, and I haven't traveled that much in the U.S., but I had to travel a fair distance in Texas one time.
Yep, Texas.
They got some nice rest areas there for sure.
Yes, that's where I'm at right now, and I just did a live not long ago, and I'm going to do another video quick coming up. And I'm actually doing a shout out for Never Call Me Again Live, and it's so overdue that I was calling them Spoke when I recorded the video, so I have to figure out how I'm going to roll that. And but they have these safety rest areas, they call them, in Texas, and they're themed. And this one where I was at is like a safari jungle there. Really cool, bunch of cats and raccoons and a possum there. So it was fun recording there. They got these other ones that are themed like a barn, like a farm, I mean. So I think like the actual rest area itself looks like a barn. And then they have like these silos, like 2 grain silos. I might end up doing a video at one of those just because it's so unique. We'll see. Always got to feel it out.
Sure. Well, we got a comment from Robert about your hominy. That's what he thinks about it.
So I'm guessing he doesn't like grits either.
Yeah.
If you mash them up, they're not much different than grits.
Yeah. I guess Sean makes an award-winning potato salad. I do like a good potato salad. Yeah.
Do they make a Philippine version of potato salad? That's what I'm wondering. Or a Thai version,
Yeah. Sean's saying Japan has everything vending machines. Yeah, I've seen that before, where you can pretty much get get anything you want out of a vending machine. I know there's a pizza place in a small town not too far from where I am that, like, during the day they actually make like homemade pizzas and stuff like that, but they have a vending machine outside where you can go after hours, and
oh, that's cool.
you put in your money, and it like it's fresh pizza every day that's in there, and then it just runs through an oven for 10 to 15 minutes and then spits you out a pizza. So
wow,
when you're walking home from the bar at night, you can
yeah, that'd be cool to check that out. Where's that again? Is it up in Canada?
Yeah, it's in Canada. It's just in a small town around here. I can't even remember what the name of the town is. Like, it's one of these little tiny towns with like one pizza joint kind of thing. So
as much as I'd like to go check that out, I will not be able to go. I do not have the consent of the Queen, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't have any consent to do anything either. So
are you sure you can't give me like a special pass or something?
Yeah, right. It really sucks because a lot of the shopping I do out of the States, I get it usually just get it shipped to into Michigan, right at the border at a pickup point. Like, it's a service that gives you an American address basically, so you can get stuff shipped there for free, and then you just go across the border and you pick it up. Sometimes you have to pay duty on it coming back, sometimes you don't. I haven't been able to do that for 2.5 years either, so I can't get anything out of the States anymore. So
I'm curious if we have anyone in the chat who has obsessive compulsive disorder. Like, I notice I'm like at an angle and I keep trying to adjust it. I just can't quite keep it going.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard, and no one's said anything here. Robert is asking when you're going live again.
We were just talking, Bo and me, Bo from Thailand Adventures of Gardens. She said she wanted to go live tomorrow. I'm like, whoa. How about we do Wednesday? You know, she's all eager because we both got some nice momentum going. She's spectacular. She's vibrant. She's talented, full of life. We have this dynamic, and we just hit it off like brother and sister. And we want to beat on each other verbally. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, it's been fun. And we're looking at trying to get a hold of Walking with Tamsin over in Central Scotland and see if he'll join us, because we want to discuss some video things about subscribers, and basically the theme would be like slow and steady wins the race, like the turtle versus the hare.
Sure.
So Walking with Tamsin would fit in well with that discussion. We're going to see if we can get that coordinated tomorrow, and we're looking at a Wednesday live possibly.
Cool. So I guess Robert does like grits.
Okay, he's full of surprises, this guy, huh?
He is, yeah. And I guess Sean's not a big fan of poutine.
Yeah, don't know what that is. I'm not going to look it up on Google.
Poutine is basically just fries with cheese curds and gravy.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a French, French Canadian thing.
So. I was going to say it sounds French.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I know much French. I just know that some words are similar to Spanish and Italian, the Latin roots. That's about all I know.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
3 or 4 words.
Yeah.
Decor. Yeah. I know decor. Of course, basically, right?
Yeah.
Decor.
What's here? Does Wisconsin still have Super America stations?
I'm not familiar with Super America stations. SAs. I think they're SAs. That sounds right. It's vaguely, it's like foggy in my mind, but I'm not familiar with the cinnamon rolls either way, so I'm not a good source on that one. You know, we still got a lot of, speedways. A Quick Trip is huge in Wisconsin near the Great Lakes, and all the usual ones: Shell, Mobil, Exxon. I think we got some Texaco. Yeah, there you go. There's a quick. Oh, BP. BP's pretty big too.
Sure.
So does anyone know, is it actually British Petroleum, BP, or is it Beyond Petroleum? I have never known that for sure. I've always been curious. Either way, I still boycott them because of what happened at the Gulf of Mexico. Getting a little politics there, sorry.
Yeah, I think it is British Petroleum. It's been a long time since I saw that, though.
Well, either way, it's a last resort for me.
Yeah. So I guess Robert does have OCD, but he didn't... Didn't bring it
He
up.
hasn't complained. Yeah, he hasn't complained
Yeah.
about the camera. That's good.
Yeah.
I think he's really working on his temperament. Yeah, what time on Wednesday? A great question, Spoke. I think maybe it would be Thursday morning in Thailand, so I would probably do it Wednesday evening. I'm thinking like 5 p.m. So that would be 5 a.m. Well, so maybe we'll push it to 6 so Bo has time to get up. She gets up early, but, you know, she's 13 hours ahead, I think, somewhere around there. But, yeah, we'll make sure to do a community post once we get it locked in. Thanks for asking, Spoke.
And he's also asking what are subscribers?
Yeah,
From the
those
guy
things
that's got more than we do.
Yeah, it's those things that come and go sometimes. You know, the number goes up, the number goes down, it goes back up.
Yeah.
So that's what we plan to discuss, those things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Mine are starting to get a little more organic, but it's still I pick up more subscribers when I do live streams with interview guests kind of thing.
Okay.
When I have time to sort of promote it on Instagram for a few days.
Yeah.
So like the last interview I did, I think I picked up 8 subscribers from that video. So
yeah, that's a decent number for one video.
Yeah, but then since then I've got maybe 1 or 2 in the last couple of weeks. So
okay,
it's one of those things where it's like but I haven't really been posting that much either. So I got to get back into doing more shorts videos. That's
I'll tell you what, Jason, I'm glad you brought it up. Sorry, I just had a short take off, so you got to take those chances on those shorts. I was not quite a believer until it happened just this other day.
Oh, I don't have any issues with shorts at all. Like my channel is coming up on 45,000 views for lifetime views.
Yeah.
And I only have 140 subscribers, but that's all shorts. It's mostly all shorts, right? So
okay.
Like I understand that it's not something you can rely on for watch time hours and views and all that. But at this point, I'm not really worried about that because I'm nowhere near monetization anyways. So
yeah. Does anyone know here for certain that as long as your short makes the shorts feed, that the hours they count towards your monetization? Is there anyone here who knows that for sure?
What I thought I had heard from an actual YouTube video, like from a creator's video, is that if it does go on the feed, then hours don't count.
They don't count.
Yeah. So
okay, I was really hoping it was the opposite.
Yeah, so was I. So was I.
Because it would be almost set.
Sure. Yeah. And we got Right Family here. This is one of my followers from Instagram and the keto community. They're saying, I think it stands for bad petroleum. My truck don't like it. It could be. Yeah. So yeah, it's I can't remember, but I think like I said, what I think, and I'd have to look back on it. I think what it is if your video does get picked up by the shorts feed, then the hours don't count.
I hope it's the opposite, Jason. Yeah. I hope it's the opposite.
Yeah, so do I too, but I also think that even if that is that way, that there can't be it's technically still in beta, right? Like shorts isn't really even a full-time thing yet. Like even if you I'm pretty sure like they've done some more with it, but I think even like if I look on my phone under my shorts feed, it's still showing up as beta. So hopefully once it's fully released and all that, then they'll rethink that, because like there's a lot of people, like I guess it's kind of not fair for these people that have 15 million subscribers that throw a short out there and get 40 million views on it.
Yep.
They can rack up their hours pretty quickly. like my one shorts video that took off, the one that did the best so far, I think it's pushing 200 hours of watch time on a 1-minute video. So
you can relate.
Yeah, I think I got 26 subscribers off that one little video. So that's what I'm using it right now as sort of a tool to sort of get exposure, because it doesn't really matter. I could have, I could have one hit 1 million views. I probably still wouldn't have my subscribers or my work, but so watch time hours don't matter right now anyway. So
yeah.
Sean's got a question. If you delete a video, does it subtract from watch time? I believe it does. I think if you're, if it would subtract those hours from that video from your overall watch time hours. I think Robert is saying that, yes, you lose the watch time. Because I deleted a bunch of videos off my channel at one point when I was trying to figure out what I was doing with it. But I didn't really have much in the way of hours at that point. I hadn't done any shorts by that time, so I was getting like 5 and 6 views per video. So
okay,
there wasn't much there to delete. So
well, I will advise you that the mosquitoes are out, so I might have to relocate here. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it cool here and calm, but we'll see.
Yeah, Robert's asking where you're headed after Texas.
Yeah, I was talking with someone else about this earlier today, and I was thinking about going to Utah, but I definitely need to check the forecast. If it's dipping down into the 30s and overnight lows, that's just not comfortable sleeping weather. 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
For sure.
We're talking 0, 3 degrees Celsius at night. That's just not comfortable for the setup I have going on. I can do like 5, 6 degrees Celsius. I got, a few blankets and stuff, but that's about the limits for me. 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So I definitely got to do the research first before I hit the road and go west. I might just stay in Texas.
Sure. Yeah.
Things have been going really well here. Yeah.
My mother, her and her boyfriend go to Texas every year from not northern Ontario, but they live here in Ontario, and then they go down to Texas for the winter. So I went down there with them once. It's a nice area down there. They were right down at by the border with Mexico. So.
Yeah, I drove the border road of Mexico one time. That got a little dicey. So depending on where you go, I don't necessarily recommend Laredo to and the border.
Yeah, that's the sort of area that she's in. Like it's 15 minutes from the border, like Nuevo Progreso, Mexico, down that area.
Okay.
Yeah. So Robert's saying malaria Mel. Okay. I guess that's in reference to the mosquitoes.
I'm thinking that's what he means, or possibly the lady I was recording when I did a short here is actually at this Wayside, and that was the short that took off. So maybe he means her too. I don't know.
Yeah. It's it's funny. Scott's saying, "Hey, I have an office in Laredo."
Okay, so he can help me verify this. Like, how many semi trucks, truck and trailers, rigs have you seen around Laredo at one time? I swear, when I was there are at least 1 million rigs, 1 million trucks, and that is not an exaggeration. So I'm curious if Scott will verify this for me, that I'm not exaggerating. It's a hub.
Yeah, I'm guessing he has an office there. He's in the same city where I live, so I don't know if he's actually been there to see what's going on. He's just he does IT work, so but maybe he has been down there, who knows. Lot lizard.
yeah, the lot lizard, that's the one.
Yeah.
I actually got, you made it on a video when you get the hate, from multiple people. I got about three hateful messages. They were not terrible, and I actually do-si-doed with them a little bit of shuck and jive, or not really shuck and jive, like fencing, on guard, or riposte, as Walking with Tamsin would say. some verbal jousting. There we go. Yeah, my brain gears going here.
Yeah. Sean saying the stalker music was the hit.
Yeah, it was a little stalkerish, but it was also a bit suggestive too in a different way. So that was the point of the song.
Sure.
And actually, before I created that one, I've heard this song before. I liked it, and I was just thinking, I'm like, sometimes I would just like to create a video to fit the song that is in my head, and that's how that one came together. I'm like, oh yeah, I got that clip of the woman of the night, the lady of the night who was working. This could work, and sure enough, it did.
Well, however it comes to you, right? That's
yep.
I haven't really got that creative with my videos yet, but it's funny, like you say, that if I could figure out what it is that turns a shorts video viral or semi-viral, or like I've had lots of shorts videos do 1,000, 2,000 views kind of thing. I've got one that did 3,000 views. So a lot of my shorts videos have been picked up by the feed. So like I've got a bunch at 600 and 700 views.
And are those all like food related, or what kind of videos?
It's all sort of me barbecuing, and the one that blew up and has been getting views every day since I posted it like 5 months ago it was just making egg and cheese breakfast sandwiches on keto bread.
Yeah, I think I saw that one.
Yeah, so like it's sitting at 22,600 now, something like that. So
wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, so it still gets views every day now. They're kind of slowing down a little bit, but usually a shorts video, once it stops getting views,
that's what I was gonna say.
That's it. You don't get any more views on it typically.
Yep. That's been the experience for me too.
Yeah, this one seems to have done pretty good.
Yeah.
So Scott's saying he doesn't want to lie. I work for a customs firm, so that's why he's also saying, so yes, lots of trailers.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that was a confirmation, a validation that I am correct. Trucks and trailers everywhere.
Sure. And we got Pips here tonight too. That's Coffee with Pips.
Oh yeah. I recognize that channel. Hey Pips.
Yeah. I like watching his food reviews.
Yeah, he's got a great personality. Really did well. Yeah. Who was he on with you, or was it Consistent? Consistent Ash, right?
Yeah, I was on Ash's.
That was great.
Stream. Yeah, I was on that one too. So yeah, me and Pips need to do some sort of collaboration at some point with some food here. We gotta get on that sometime. Robert's saying I have had haters.
Haven't we
all? It's funny. I don't know that I've come across any hateful comments necessarily.
Well, they're out there. They're just not making it evident.
No, there's definitely lots of them out there. I think the worst of it was with that shorts video. You get that many views. It's got over 300 likes now, but it's got a ton of dislikes too. And it had a few, let's say, less than sort of encouraging comments on it, but nothing I'd typically anytime I come across with them, it's just like, oh, well, thanks for your input. Have a nice day.
Yeah. The video that I had take off, someone put, so what? So I replied, chicken butt.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I thought that went all right.
It's all engagement, right?
Yeah. You got to have fun, I was going to say though, it's about a 4-to-1 ratio. I think it was up to like 1,600 likes and 400 dislikes, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been lucky with my shorts videos. Typically, I run around 90% likes on it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things. Like, as soon as you realize that with shorts videos, you're going to get dislikes. That's just the nature of those videos. I also have one of my regular videos, like one of my review videos for a keto dessert kind of thing, is almost at 100 views, which for me is You know, that's a decent number for a full length video.
Yeah.
And it's sitting at 100% like average. So, you know, when my full length videos can do stuff like that, I'm happy with that. I'll put up with dislikes on shorts all day long. I don't really care. So.
Yep. You know, it's tough to get perspective sometimes with the numbers. I've seen channels with, you know, 6,000 subscribers. They're doing daily videos. Some of their videos only get 100 views, you know, in a week. So you really got to pay attention to, you know, a lot of different statistics and analytics.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. The one that's doing that well is one it was a product that Ash actually told me to do a review on because it was new. And then she helped me with all of the keywords and the thumbnail and everything. And I actually spent some time on keywords and everything. So it just goes to show that if you present it properly and get it out in front of the right people, it can do better. So
search engine optimization, very important. SEO, that's what I need to do.
Yeah. I definitely, I'm trying to work on it. Getting better at it. Trying to spend a bit more time on my thumbnails and everything as well. So
I'm just working on bribing Spoke, so he'll do it for me.
So, yeah. So we got, I don't know what Scott's asking here. So why that came up when I was saying that you can expect dislikes on shorts videos. So I don't know if that's what he's saying, but
well, he's reminding me of so what?
Yeah.
So what chicken butt? We got to come up with something that rhymes to so why.
Yeah.
So why swallow a fly? There we go.
Yeah, I guess.
Does that work? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, nice to meet you, Scott Bruder.
Yeah.
Digitally.
Yeah. So what else we got here? Robert saying I only have 3 thumbs down on my channel. Okay. Said I would have more, but people are probably so aggravated by my videos they don't have the energy to hit the button. Oh, that's funny.
I dislike this guy so much. I just gotta go. I can't take it.
Yeah. And Pips is saying I heard YouTube was, I'm assuming, doing away with the thumbs down button. Well, they're not doing away with the button itself, Pips. They're doing away with the visibility of dislikes on videos. The button will still be there and people can still hit the button, but the only people that see the dislikes, the actual counter of the dislikes, is the creator. You'll see all the likes, and it's just they're taking away the visibility of the dislikes. They're not taking away the actual dislike button. So it's like I personally am not really like I watched Marquez Brownlee talked about this situation, and he sort of said the same thing I did. You know, as a creator, I'm not really, it doesn't affect me much. I'm not big enough, and dislikes honestly don't really bother me too much. But as a consumer of YouTube, a lot of times when I search YouTube for videos, I'm searching it to learn something, right? And you can usually tell within the first 10 seconds if you look at that dislike, that like to dislike ratio of a video. If it
kind of tells you something.
It does tell you something. You can say, okay, well, this is probably garbage or just clickbait, so let's go somewhere else, right? So
yeah.
So as a consumer, I'm not so sure I like the idea of it. But I think ultimately YouTube is just sort of trying to look out for some of the people that can't handle dislikes so much. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
I don't know.
Whatever it is, right? So.
Well, I had heard that there were like these gangs of people who would team up against channels, and they would go and dislike all these videos, and that's how that all got started.
Sure. Yeah. And I've seen creators do videos about it where, and they did mention this too, where, you'll post a video and then within 10 seconds, you've got a dislike. Yeah. So there's basically people out there that's all they do is they just open up your video, hit dislike, and then they leave.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of, it's a dick move, but that's, what are you going to do? It's an open platform. People are going to do what they do, right? Like you know, the one thing I look at on my live streams, and that I've never actually run into it, is that I've never run into any spammers on my live streams. You know, I've seen it on other people's live streams. So now, does that just come with, you know, having more people on the live stream, or, you know, does it mean you've actually made it when you get spammers on your live stream? I don't know. So
I've got to ask you, Jason, have you ever been to Wisconsin?
Wisconsin? No, I don't.
Have you had cheese curds?
Oh yeah,
before you went keto.
Oh yeah, I still have cheese curds. I eat cheese. Yeah, cheese
just
curds
not
are
breaded. Just not breaded cheese curds.
Not breaded cheese curds. We get there's a place maybe 45 minutes from where I live that makes fresh cheese curds twice a week, kind of thing. Like so fresh that they squeak when you chew them. So
yeah. That was going to be the next question.
Yeah, love me some cheese curds. So yeah.
We're getting to know each other more now. We both appreciate the squeak of the curd, the fresh curds.
Got Robert saying I do terrible SEO. All right, but your videos do really well, Robert. I think it goes sort of to say what how good your production is on your videos.
Well, he might be bringing that up too, so I don't have to keep trying to bribe him. I got to go somewhere else for my SEO SEO services. Yeah.
So it looks like Scott was saying that you were right. Maybe you were talking about so what. So he said so why.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. Like minds. Yeah. It might be Laredo, the Laredo influence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not Canadian influence because I've never been there.
Yeah.
I want to go sometime.
You know, it looks like Wisconsin is awesome. Wisconsin too. Cool.
Does he care to share which region or at all area of Wisconsin? I'm interested now.
And then Sean's saying I've never had cheese curds.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, cheese curds are they're definitely not something that everybody likes. They're definitely like you say, the whole squeaky cheese kind of thing. It takes some getting used to, basically.
I think anyone who's eaten string cheese gets a pass, though. If you've had string cheese, that's close. You could cut it into little niblets, and that's basically cheese curds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially if you dip them in batter and fry them in oil.
Sure. Yeah. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe we should change the subject.
Scott saying cheese curds for the win.
Yeah.
Where's the link? I don't know what link you're talking about, Robert.
Well, maybe he wants to watch the cheese curd video. I got one.
Maybe. Hips to saying he's saying Brookfield.
Brookfield, yeah. Been there a few times.
Cool.
That's it's on the western Milwaukee. Yeah, western side of Milwaukee. So if you're going from Milwaukee towards the capital of Wisconsin, Madison, it's right on the western side of Milwaukee.
Cool.
Not too far from Miller Park, where the Brewers would play. Thank you for sharing, Pips.
Sean saying interesting. Yeah, you have to get some cheese curds there, Sean. I don't know if you can get them. You're at the West Coast there, yeah. So maybe it's tofu curds or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They got to have them down at the waterfront there somewhere. Those boardwalks, and it's basically like a carnival fair environment there. They got to have some cheese curds.
Yeah.
If they know what they're doing, they probably don't.
Yeah. Who knows? Like I say, it's the most popular way cheese curds are used here is in poutine. So it's like when you put them on fries and you cover them with gravy, it's they get all melty and everything. It's like quite a sinful dish that is really not all that good for you. But
yeah, and it's not drawing me to want to get to Canada anymore. I'm not a big gravy fan, especially on cheese curds, but maybe, who knows? Maybe you got to try it out,
Yeah. Well, we've got, there's a company in Ontario, Canada here. It's called the Poutineery that's all they do is make different kinds of poutine. So like they'll put anything on top of poutine, basically. So they even have the world poutine eating contest here in Toronto. So
it reminds me of specialty foods, for certain areas like pasties. Do they have pasties in Canada? They're kind of like beef Wellington, or what else would you call those? I don't know. Now it's slipping my mind, but it's kind of like a beef Wellington. It's, kind of like a calzone, but different. Does that make sense? I'm probably not making sense. I think it does.
Yeah, I've heard the term before.
It's basically just like a pocket of breading with like vegetables and beef in there, some sort of meat, a little bit of gravy in there or something.
Oh yeah,
I think that made sense.
Sort of like a samosa or something like that, like a flaky pastry kind of thing, or
yeah. Like if you took a pot pie and just made it into the shape of a calzone, that's basically like a pasty. I don't know. Is this helping at all? Is this getting worse?
It sounds familiar.
Shepherd's pie. Too many cultures here. I can't figure it all out.
Can you put that up on the screen? Let me know what it is you want me to put up there, Scott. Well, I want to say something about Wisconsin right now, but I'm not going to. But you guys know what I'm talking about, so I'm not going to say. Okay.
I don't know. If it's not beer or cheese related, or it doesn't belong here. Wisconsin just gets referred to as the beer and cheese state. That's as far as it goes. And sports. Sure. Oftentimes our teams are dominating at sports, so that's only been the past 2 decades, I think.
Sure. Pips is saying, Sean, I say all kinds of stuff about Wisconsin. You can say it.
Well, they better not be talking about the accent, because we do get a little Norsky, and then if you insult me, then you insult Jason.
Yeah, poutineery.
Poutineery.
Yeah, basically, I think that's how it's poutineery. Yeah, it's just a company. That's all they do. Yeah.
Do you mind talking about your accent, Jason?
About my accent?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know what kind of accent I have.
I don't know how far I get to push it with you, man. I'm just getting to know you.
Yeah. No, what was it? A couple of weeks ago when I did a live stream, someone was pretty much knew which part of Canada I was from. She was Canadian too, but she could tell I was from like the eastern part of Canada. She was from the west and stuff like that. So
okay.
But yeah, it's just anybody. I don't really think I have an accent, but I know that's wrong. So
it's the about that really jumps out at me when you the about. You kind of say about. I know a friend. He says milk instead of milk. He says milk, like MELK. So we got some of that going on here over by the Great Lakes too. Down on the state side.
Yeah, I am not seeing any links, Scott. You're probably, usually you can't add
you gotta have a blue jacket. You gotta have,
I'll have to set you
the
up
wrench.
as moderator, Scott. I'm not sure if I can do that on the fly here, though.
Yep.
So it looks like we got someone else that wants to join us here.
All right. Are we going to get along?
Yeah, I think
spoke.
So. What's going on?
Hey, man.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yes, we can.
What are you guys doing, man? Talking about food and...
Hey, it's either that or we got to talk about the amber liquids.
So what have we got here tonight? We've got Texas, Canada. You're in Texas right now, correct?
Yes, I'm really close to the border of Louisiana, Texas right now, around Interstate 10.
Nice.
Yeah. Scott's saying I got no accent.
Yep. Spoke's getting warmed up there. You see him rubbing his hands. He is ready. He's getting fired up. He's gonna hit us with a zinger.
Yeah.
I've been doing this all day. I just haven't been talking during mine, but I've been doing this all day.
Yeah, you're into Pomodoro study sessions, right, man?
Yeah, I don't have a cup.
Uh-oh.
Well, I wanted to have a drink, but I don't think I have a cup in here.
Well, you got to have something.
I got my water bottle.
Jason, what are you sipping on?
I've got it's like a Zevia.
Okay.
So it's a sugar-free soda kind of thing.
Is it like a lemon drink?
Yeah, it's lemon lime twist.
Yeah,
I didn't see
Did
what
you-
went on last night, so
Did you see Pips do his do the live stream with Ash, Jason, a while back?
yeah, I was on there with them.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was
I get 'em
four of us on
confused.
there.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
remember
I thought
that
he
one.
had- I thought he had a great presence. I would watch. I would watch that
For
So,
sure.
Yep. Same here.
I think Pips, if you're gonna do it, I find one of the easiest ways, and you've done it on Ash's channel by just jumping on and being part of something like this. You know, if you want to do your own live stream, you can do something like this and bring someone in that you trust and then and that you can have a conversation with. And the because like Scott that's in the chat here, or he was, like I used to work with Scott, so you know he's someone I can talk to and have a conversation with. I think the first time you do it, you maybe have someone there with you. So
I don't understand the girlfriend has an accent. I drive a Subaru. I might have missed something.
oh yeah, this was going back to when we were talking about accents.
Okay, I love Subarus.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that was just going back. That one was only 20.
So I have a
almost half
great
an hour ago,
idea.
so.
This involves Jason, Wade, and Pips. So I gathered from the conversation that Pips is from the Wisconsin area, and so Wade could go home, do a home visit in Wisconsin, meet up with Pips, and then Jason could come across the border, pick up all his Amazon stuff at the drop spot on the state side, and you guys could cook a meal together at a Wayside on one of those little. You remember those? Do they still have those barbecue grills on a pole? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, there are plenty around.
I kind of want one of those.
Yeah.
They're just little and they're convenient, and so that could and so everybody will break out their phones. They'll record it. It'll be this vlog, family style.
Yeah.
I know you're going for a nice segue there, Spoke, and I just got to throw it away and apologize to Jason. I'm sorry for getting confrontational. I can be very strict. I can be very strict like Spoke, and I don't mess around, man. So I got to clear the air before I can function.
Yeah, and like I say, I didn't know the extent of what happened yesterday.
I don't know. I left.
It's one of those things where, you know, it's just better off gone over somewhere other than on live stream.
Yeah,
basically. So that's about all I have to say about it. So
it's not your kind of scene to host, and we definitely got that towards the middle of it. You know, some of these shows, they want to do that stuff.
Oh, for
some
sure.
Of it's fabricated.
Yeah. So it looks like we're starting to convince Pips and give him some ideas how to get into this whole live streaming thing.
He could always hop on.
Yeah, he could. It's and that's, you know, I didn't do these kind of things on anyone else's stream before I did my first live stream, but I think it's definitely a good idea that we do these kind of live streams and allow other people to come on that haven't done them before. Gets them some experience with it without the terrifying deer in the headlights situation that is doing your first solo live stream. You know, I've been there and I've done that, and I'd rather have other people to talk to all day long instead of just talking to a camera for an hour. So.
Yep. Oh, I wanted to say I attended 2 of the Pomodoro study sessions that Spoke has done, Never Call Me Again Live. And it was really unique. That was the first time I've ever, seen a live stream like the Pomodoro. And I was just hanging out, working on videos, doing comments, whatever else. And I needed to get driving, and Spoke is playing the study music, really calm, relaxing music. And I'm just driving to the Wayside, getting ready to call it a night. And I feel like I'm hanging out with friends.
Nice.
I feel like I'm with the group, listening to music. We're going places together.
Yeah.
I just responded. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just responded to a comment on that live
You got
stream.
it, Pips.
A friend of mine was, he's reading boring emails right now, and he's listening to it, and he's like, yeah, I really like this. And so I think I will lose some subscribers over this.
Yeah.
And that's okay. In
Yep.
the grand scheme of things, there's a lot of people that will subscribe for one video or to put a place marker, and they'll never be back. And then there are those who just for whatever reason really like your content. It just appeals to them. And the thing is because I think we know statistically the way it breaks down is it's usually like 80% or more of our subscribers don't actually watch our videos. And so my numbers are more in the 90 percentile of my subscribers don't actually watch. But so the thing is, it's almost freeing. It's almost a relief, because if someone comments for the first time in months, oh well, this isn't my thing. Well, that's awesome, because I don't make videos for you because you don't watch my videos. I make videos and live streams for people who watch. And the thing is we always hear about this, don't make selfish content. And I think as artists, as creators, to a degree, you have to. Pips, for instance, is not going to sit down and make a meal that he doesn't like. He's not going to eat something over and over again that he doesn't like. He's going to know the first time, okay, I don't care for this. Jason's only going to open that bag of chips one time that tastes funny and never do it again. And Wade, hopefully you know which are the good Waysides and which are not. And so you're going to gravitate toward, and when it becomes into creation, you're going to gravitate towards, as an artist, if you're going to be satiated in what you do, you have to enjoy what it is you're creating, what it is you're doing, or, for me, it's evident. And so prior to my wheelchair, I was a chef, and then I was a painter, and so an oil painter. And, my oil paintings, the ones that were commissions, were still fairly good. They paid for them, they bought them. But you could tell, my wife could look at something and be like, you can tell it's a commission. You can tell someone paid you. And I guess you could argue that that's a reflection on me, that, well, because my heart's not in it, it's not as good. But I think that's the temperament of an artist. If you're creating content you don't care for, just because it gets views, you're going to burn out. It's going to be evident to your viewer at some point that this guy hates what he's doing. And that was my case. I was making videos for a long time. Clearly I didn't want to make, I wasn't good at. And I think over a period of time, it became incredibly obvious that this guy either sucks or he just doesn't like what he's doing. And I decided I didn't want to look like I was sucked, and I didn't want to do something I didn't like. And so I thought, well, what else could I try? What could I try? And this Pomodoro thing is fun. It's weird, but it's fun. And for some reason, people like it.
It's smooth. It's nice.
I am going to share the Final Cut Pro screen for a while tomorrow and actually edit a video while I do it, so people will actually be able to see the screen.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's great.
Okay. Well, we're coming up on 2 hours here, and
now that we created a fire on your live stream, what do you want to do now, Jason? Wrap it up?
Well, yeah. I probably got to wrap it up on this end anyway. So
Okay.
All right.
It's been fun. Thanks, guys, for jumping on here and I get to know you better, Wade, and I already know that character, Robert. So,
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's
This is the first time Wade and I've been on camera together.
yeah.
And so
Well, like I say, I'm gonna hopefully do more of these in between if I don't have live guests come on. So, like I was saying to Robert earlier, I'm gonna try and do something on a Monday night every week now. So
yeah,
whether it's hosting a guest or just doing something like this, or talking about some other topics. So.
We could do a Jerry Springer platform if you want. You could reconsider this, Jason.
Yeah, start throwing chairs and everyone can air their laundry on live stream.
Yep. The airing of grievances.
Yeah.
It's festive. It's almost Festivus time.
Yeah.
Next month, 23rd.
Feats of strength. I'm really low, so if I strap myself to the chair, it'd be hard. I guess you could knock me over. You could just be like tip me over, but
oh, there's a wheelchair episode too, Spoke.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be so funny.
So Jason, you do like Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can definitely talk about Seinfeld next time. There's so much to cover there.
Yeah,
that would be a blast
for sure.
Do you guys watch what's the Larry David show?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, it's they're re-airing it. There's new seasons, if you can believe this.
Yeah, he's been going like 10, 12 seasons.
I know. I watched. I've never watched it, and I love Gary Shandling, and I love Jerry Seinfeld. So, and I don't want Jason to go.
We don't want Pips to go either. Good night, Pips.
But I started watching it, and realized, okay, this is only like 10 or 11 years old. It looks like it's 30 years old or 20 years old. It looks like it's way older than Seinfeld because of the quality early on. And I thought, excuse me, I told Heather, I said, I see YouTube videos that look better than this, the recording, but the new one looks great, but it's a wonderful show, man.
How many people do we have in the chat with us yet? Can we do one of those raids? Spoke could set up a live and you just transfer us over.
I think you have to do that beforehand.
It's got to be set up ahead of time.
I've not done that. I would love to do that. Sometime where I think maybe we should do it where mine's last, because mine is so. Mine's not for everybody, and so I wouldn't want somebody to have to sit through 30 minutes or 3 hours of mine and be like, Jesus, I'd really kill myself and listen to another live stream. Maybe we should do that sometime, like set one up with, Wade, and then it goes from Wade to Jason to me, and we just kind of. But I think you have to set it up beforehand when you go into studio. And so when you when you guys set up your live streams, do you guys go into YouTube Studio and set everything, do all that stuff?
No, I just do StreamYard.
Yeah. Wow, see, that goes back to that OCD thing. If I did that the entire time I was streaming, I would be horrified the hot mess I would have when I was done. Where are my comments? My chat thing.
So Scott's saying here that Seinfeld was shot on film, but Curb was shot on magnetic tape. So that's
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I did not know
that. Scott's a wealth of information that you'd never know.
I think I've seen Scott I've seen him on your live stream before, like a couple of times, haven't I?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah. I used to work with Scott years ago. So we don't do the same kind of stuff, but we're in the same sort of field. So, and we both worked for the cable company at one point. So.
Okay. In Canada?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. And so is Scott in Canada currently?
Yeah, he's in the same sort of city that I'm in.
Okay. So. Yeah, we're doing a background check one question at a time. It's not 20 questions, but it's guised as 20 questions, and that's what makes it appropriate.
Yeah. Scott's got a YouTube channel as well. He does he tinkers with electronics. He's got some videos about modifying handheld video games and stuff like that. So
Oh, that's fun.
Okay.
yeah,
I tinker with being a YouTuber.
yeah, me too.
Wade actually has a channel, an arcade channel. And so like a brick and mortar, you go to the arcade, there's quarters involved.
I'm not working
And,
on that one though.
Well, I know, but it was still there. And I went and checked it
Yep.
out, and it was like,
Oh, okay.
I found like a couple of weeks ago, the bald gamer, Jason, or Jason, you know who that is. CJ.
Mhm.
I've gone and watched some of his live streams. And so he's just playing like Zelda.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, and I do think it's incredibly odd, it's probably as odd as someone liking what I do. I really enjoy watching someone play a video game. I don't know
Yep.
why. It's just like, I like it,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's not for me to watch people play, but I can get where people would like it, especially if you like the personality, the people, person playing. And of course, if you like that game. I actually have this subscriber. It's like a young kid. He might be 10 years old. He's over in the Middle East somewhere. And he plays this game called Granny, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if it's mobile, but basically you got to try to escape the house, and this granny's coming after you, and she'll attack you. And I don't know, it's just so funny when he gets attacked and he starts screaming and stuff. I like his personality, So I think we all have that one subscriber, maybe a few that are really obscure or different and unique, and like
Mhm.
video games. That's definitely one of those genres.
I have
Right.
one, and he
Find a
leaves
niche.
me. I have this subscriber, Nelson the Kinger, and I've actually made videos for him, like on my channel. But he his channel just blew up, and he does these really hilarious, creative, clever kind of UFC montage with dialogue and like cartoon characters, and it's really funny stuff, and it's clever stuff. You have to think sometimes to get it. And it was like the most unlikely meeting, but he will leave literally like a 6 or 8 paragraph comment on a video. It's like,
Oh wow.
this is a guy who's actually watched the video. When I started doing live streams, he sent me this really long message about, this is why live streams are not for me and why they're not going to work for me as a subscriber. And then he went and watched the live stream in replay and has watched every one since in replay. And, but it's that, you're right. You get that weird connection with somebody. And so we communicate back and forth in the comments about what he's doing, where he's at, what I'm doing, what our projects are. And it's just been it's been kind of interesting and cool to get to know somebody that way. And it's just weird, it's like, it's almost, you said something earlier about, Wade, about not really posting on Facebook much because you have the community section. And I very much think YouTube is social media. I mean, yeah, it's a video platform, but very much, if you go to the average live stream, the people in the live stream, in the chat, by and large, don't a lot interact with the live streamer. It's everybody knows each other, everybody's interacting with each other, and it really is this social arena. And that's what made me think I could do the live streams I'm doing now and get away with it, because you guys can just hang out and chat with each other, and this is your opportunity to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say, if YouTube could somehow implement and keep it secure where we could post GIFs and comments and stuff, I don't think I'd have any reason to go back to the Book of Faces, as I like to call it.
Right.
Because I love to express myself with GIFs. I like to find that exact short little animated clip that exemplifies what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. So if we could do that here, and YouTube could keep it secure and somehow pull it off, we're talking YouTube 3.0 or whatever.
Do you realize that Jason said he had to go like 25 minutes ago?
I know, and I was going to interject earlier, Jason, you're not going anywhere.
Looks like we're losing Scott here. So
Jason did bully Scott Bruder into it. He said, I have a YouTube channel because Jason told me I had to. And so that was payback for Scott.
yeah,
That's why we have YouTube channels, Scott. because Jason told us we had to.
Yeah, right.
Strength in
Well, I think
numbers.
Yeah.
Spoke and I are both in Central Time Zone, right? United States.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
so it's,
Jason, are you an hour ahead or hour behind us? Are you the same?
I'm an hour ahead. It's 10:30.
Hour
here now.
ahead. Okay, yeah.
just time
That's
to get
what
up.
I was thinking. Yeah, you're Eastern.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we better
So-
let you get some sleep.
Yep. Yep.
All
So
right.
yeah, it's just over 2 hours now. So why don't we wrap it up, and maybe in a couple of weeks we can do this again and have another one of these, and maybe we can get Pips on here and Scott, and we can have have everyone on here.
I promise not to get confrontational next time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for having us.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Jason.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Bye,
Good
guys.
night, guys.
Bye now.